Danny, here's one thing, and again, during your time here, you were one of the more accessible coaches in the Big Ten, if not the most. I mean, we could interview you 4 times a week, I think. Is that pretty accurate? I mean,
yeah, you guys know.
Yeah, I mean, your press conferences would go in. I mean, you always showed up for post game, all that. And again, there's been a 2-month window or longer since
Right.
you publicly commented to us. And I guess, Danny, why did you decide? What were you hoping to get out of this interview session that we had? Why now? Part of it, I know you partially explained. You wanted to give some time to reflect a little bit, but what are you hoping to gain out of this?
Well, I didn't want everybody to think I left town with my tail tucked.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Sure.
I left town with my head held high. I can't tell you how important it was when we beat Indiana, that we had a winning season and a successful season. Mm-hmm. If we had lost more 8, 9 ball games this year, and I had been fired, that would have really been tough for me. But the fact that we, again, we played 12 games. We played 8 great games,
yep.
But we only won 6. And then we played poorly against Wisconsin and Michigan and Penn State, but those guys are awfully good too. And we've had our struggles with them in the past 100 years, I believe.
Yep.
But just to come back and visit with the Boilermaker Nation, I would have liked to have interviewed, earlier, but again, I didn't feel like it was in the best interest of everyone involved.
I went back, Danny, and checked this. I didn't tell you. I found this morning. I found this about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. Of all the coaches who were dismissed in college football Division I this past season, you're the only one that finished winning his last 3 games.
Really?
Only one. What did that mean, Danny? That your last 3 games at Purdue, when everybody counted you out,
Right.
you won and had to win them to become bowl eligible. What did that mean?
Well, I think it was the same every year. We started off struggling the first year, and then we won a bunch right there in the end, and people were counting us out.
Mm-hmm.
At one point in time, we had won 8 of our last 12 ball games from the middle of the first season to about the middle of the second season. We had won, I think, 8 of our last 12 ball games, and I think maybe 6 of our last 8 Big Ten ball games.
Mm-hmm.
And had the ball rolling. I thought. What was the question? I got off track.
That's right. What did it mean that your last 3 games?
Okay.
And what did it say about your players? Your players certainly didn't lay down. I mean, that's what you went 3-0. Your last 3 games at Purdue, you won.
Well, we beat Iowa at Kinnick Stadium, for the first time in 20 years.
Great win, yeah.
It meant the world of leaving with your head held high, to me, because we did win, and we did some great things, and we had some signature wins. We overcame some adversities. We made a great commitment to the program. We provided great growth for the program. Yeah. And so I leave Purdue with my head held high, disappointed that I didn't get stronger support from the administration, or maybe a little more loyalty from the administration in the Boilermaker Nation, to be quite honest with you. But again, it boils down to winning and losing. Win another game or 2, and it's a moot point.
Danny, you told me something on the phone that just really, a lot of things stuck with me. You've been part of a football team since you were 12 years old.
Yeah.
And you told me about the undefeated Miami Dolphins.
Right.
What's it meant the last 42 years to be part of something that you love, whether as a player or as an assistant coach or as an associate head coach or as a head coach?
It's been one of the biggest difference makers in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Football has. And I love football, and I knew that's what I always wanted to do. I wanted to be a player.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a great football player, and I wasn't. So then I went into coaching. And then I wanted to be a great football coach. But it's been my life. My family is the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. And anybody that knows me would acknowledge that, or certainly would agree with that. But football has been my life, since 1972.